So, Matt, I want you to just get a little bit into when you are working, what's like the process? Because I know a lot of the audience, I want them to kind of know what you kind of take people through, or is you being that mentor, you know, being that advocate.
Well, this came about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Achieve is my main, you know, family community business group. I like the fact that they're an international organization. They don't tell me what I have to do. They say, "You want to do that? How can we help?" And I was involved with another veterans group, and it drove me nuts. It might have been the same guy, but I describe it. There was two guys, and it was kind of like yellow pages for Facebook.
Oh.
You could put your link on there and a brief description of what you did. And if I
Mm-hmm.
wanted that, I could go to your link and do it. But
Mm-hmm.
there was two guys. One was a car detailer. One was an air duct cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been the same guy because it was so similar. They'd post 5 times a day. And at the end of their post, they'd say, if we don't book business in the next couple of days, we're going out of business. And I'm thinking, why would I do business with you? You're not going to be there.
Why? Yeah.
And I went to our CEO, Rob Raymond, and I said, Rob, we have so much wonderful talent. You know, the trendy word, geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why don't we develop a way to serve those who have served us?
Mm.
And that's what we've been doing and for about a year now. And I've met so many wonderful. I've met people from not only the U.S., but
Mm-hmm.
I had a Royal British Marine
Mm-hmm.
contact me. He lives in Spain now, but he was in the UK, the British Navy, and he's looking at starting a subgroup to do something similar um, in Europe. And our Canadian leader, Laura Armstrong,
Mm-hmm.
had asked me, Mac, is this just for the U.S.? And I said, no. I said, every free country has men
Mm-hmm.
and women that fit this
Yeah.
target market.
Mm-hmm.
Let's show all of them within their own country
Mm-hmm.
how they can be successful and just be better.
Yes. Yeah, and it's so important because a lot of times I feel like as a business, because you know me being a business person myself, you sometimes you get to that point where you might feel a little alone. Like you're like, okay, who do I could reach out to? Who can I really trust? Who can I really can help me get through or deal with or seen something that I went through and say, okay, Barbara, you know, I've been through that. This is what you kind of need to think about or do. And I love that Achieve does that. This gives us that platform, like you said, to be open enough and be authentic enough to ask those questions and to get the help. And like you said, let's hold each other up, even in around like you said. I love the international part of it. Like you said, everybody, not just the U.S. It's I'm loving how we're reaching out. We're going to those different other countries as well.
Well, look at what we're doing. George Jetson video talk. You know, my grandmother wouldn't understand this, but we're in a global world. And the toughest problem I had with the global world, I have a team in Nigeria, and and teaching them not to call me at 3 in the morning, and then because I'd leave my phone on 24/7, and and it was a habit from when I was on the road in case my family needed to reach me,
Mm-hmm.
and the hotel clerk wasn't answering the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty remarkable world that we're in.
Yeah.
That you're on the other side of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I I had a call with a gentleman, and he scheduled a Zoom, and I saw it was uh, uh, a phone number from Mexico.
Okay.
So we did the Zoom and get on. He had a British accent, and I
Oh.
go, "You're in Mexico?" He says, "Oh yeah, I was down here on vacation before COVID, and I got stuck here. I met a girl, and I got married, and so now I live in Mexico."
Wow. Look at that. That's wild.
2 hours later, I'm talking to a guy in Malaysia, who was born in Ukraine, raised in Germany, and lives in Malaysia because he met a girl and stayed there. And I asked him, "Who are you hiding from?" But I try to have a sense of humor about what we're in, but it's
Yeah.
pretty marvelous
Yes, it
what our
is.
world offers us. We
Yeah.
just have to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah, learn how to deal with it. And like you said, going back to some of the basic steps. One of the steps is what your mother gave you. I love that. I'm going to use that if you don't mind. I'm going to borrow it. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's one. And the other part that you said before we came on is living. Just live.
No.
When I see people getting all like, oh, like the sky is falling, like, Chicken Little, that was saying about the sky is falling. And I'm like, okay, you can stop it because sometimes that sky falls is you. It's not really like everybody else doing that. Sometimes we do our own sky falling. Yeah.